Hello and welcome to my review for LEGO Creator 3-in-1 31136 Exotic Parrot. So this set just came out. It was available starting March 1st. I actually was able to get it just a few days early at my local Walmart. And it's in Canada. But yeah, for everybody else, they should be out either in your local stores or on lego.com. So the main build is the Parrot, and that's what I will be reviewing today. I did not have time or care much for the other builds, but we'll talk about them a bit later. Just wanted to show you what it was with the box. All right. So there's actually two components to this. I'll let it clear up. There you go. The main one is, of course, the Parrot, but there's also a lot of foliage and flowers at the bottom, and we'll look at those. So we've seen these past months that Lego has gotten really, really good with flowers. That's one of their main themes now. And in comparison, I do not find these great. As you'll see, we see the under the stud here. It doesn't look, compared to the ones that we saw with, using the oars and other interesting pieces and different arrangements, this looks very basic. I actually prefer these almost here. I mean, it's even more basic. There's less to build. But to me, I'll just bring them closer here. There you go. And I do like the different colors that we have on this side here. I think it works better just having, two halves become one flower. It works better than this build here. Not too impressed with these. This is 7+, and I can see why it's a little more daunting than, let's say, for a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old, because there is an element of Lego Technic here. It's subtle. There's not much to it. It's basically here when it comes to the feet and gripping onto the branch. The claws themselves are not I don't know. No, they're not. I wouldn't necessarily call Lego Technic. The claws are, I think, a phenomenal part. I'll bring them close. I think it's really cool, actually. And they're all articulated. So it was fun to build this part. And you see that they're all articulated. Well, there you go. Here. So you can arrange it. And speaking of flexibility, the bottoms also can be rotated in different ways. So you can close the flower up a bit more. They recommend it open. But, you can do that and make it go higher, lower. Right? Make the leaves as you wish. Now we'll get into the bird. The bird is also articulated in a few areas. So we've got the wings and the tail. The tail can move like this. You can change the poses. The wings, no, they don't open outward much, but they do move back, exposing some more of the studs. All right, so he's about to fly. He can do that. If you're wondering what kind of parrot this is a blue and gold macaw. And it's very distinctive with not just, the blue and the gold, but the top here. And that's where I have an issue. So if you see those kinds of birds, compared to the red macaw, it's just, white with the face. But the blue and gold one, it has almost like some tiger stripes here. And they try to recreate it. And I'll bring it close. It looks really messy. I'm not fond of how it is. There's too much of crevices, and it's just apparent. It's not a very smooth Lego finish. I know we shouldn't expect too much, but then again, why bother, right? If you're not gonna go out, just do a better job. I'd rather this. And we have the front here, which I don't think looks great either. This is supposed to be the nostrils that you have at the top of the beak, but for the bird, it's such a smaller detail, and it's more to the side that honestly, between the two, I would rather just not put it because it doesn't look good, in this way. At the top, we have a bit of green. Here you go. I do like the gradient of colors. I must say, that is very, very well done. And it was fun to do. I do like the presence of studs, because that also gives the illusion of, feathers and different layers of feathers. I think that's very well implemented. Honestly, there's not much, so I'll just show you maybe a version of the back so you can see it all around. This is basically if you're wondering if you should get this or not. So you can see at different angles, maybe angles that were not shown in the promotional shots. So if you're curious about the price to parts ratio, it's perfectly serviceable. So in Canada, this is $24.99. In the US, it is $19.99. So that means that with 253 parts, in Canada, it comes just at the, right at the cusp of the 10 cents per brick, right below it. In the US, it's more favorable. It's about 8 cents per brick. So it's nice. Honestly, I think it's a nice piece. The building experience was okay. I think 7-year-olds who like parrots would like this, but I didn't think it was phenomenal compared to, let's say, other sets in terms of the price and the different build techniques that we're getting for the creator sets coming out in March. That's just my opinion. I'm just giving you a better view because I know these sets aren't covered too often, which is too bad because they happen to be the sets that according to stock, seem to be the most bought, and they're definitely the one that you have the most value for. Because like if we look at the box here, and I'll bring this back so we can talk about the other builds. You can also build a frog and a fish. For the frog, what I find cute is that what you see for the foliage here is what ends up being used for the feet. So I find that kind of cute. I honestly don't care much for the bonus builds. They're great for added value for kids to take down and make again. No problem with that. I think that's great incentive to buy this. However, they definitely seem like B builds, bonus builds, rather than the main build, which is the parrot. It doesn't seem, how can I say this? You see a lot more of the box content, at least apparent to the eyes, in the build of the parrot. While with the frog, because the body is bigger and wider, there's more of the pieces like inside, so you see less of the variety of the colors. The fish, it's a little bit better, but still not to the same extent that you see on the parrot. They definitely just seem like, bonus stuff. And I'm not a big fan of the tail eater, or even basically most of the fish. I don't think it's great looking. The parrot is definitely the best of the bunch. So here you have it with the parrot. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope that this helped you with your purchase. Bye.